Welcome to the AI Automations for Business podcast. We're your hosts, Katie and Noel, and we'll be discussing how you can use AI for your business along with the latest news, updates, and automations to help you stay ahead of the curve, allowing you to grow and scale your business more efficiently. Please be sure to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, welcome back to another episode. Hello, I'm Katie. And as always, I am joined by Noel. Hi, Noel. How are you doing this week?
Well, I'm doing stupendous this week. How are you doing?
Stupendous.
Yeah, having a great week.
Oh, good. Pleased to hear it. What have you been up to?
Lots of app building this week. So, yeah, lots of things going on. Lots of updates.
Anything that you can tell us about?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, sneaky beaky.
I know, yeah. No, it's for an app I'm building with some other guys. So, yeah, we haven't released it yet. So,
okay.
Yeah, soon.
Okay. So this part of the podcast, we always give you any updates for AI or automations that have been released, or it's been in the news, it's been talked about. So Noel, anything to report this week?
It's kind of quiet, I guess, because it's August. They've kind of slowed down a little bit, but in the last 24 hours, Anthropic did announce that their pricing for Sonnet 5 is going to stay at their introductory price. So they launched it on an introductory price for the API.
Yeah.
And basically now I guess they've looked at other things that's been going on with OpenAI and Google Gemini and stuff in the last week or so, as well as the Chinese models, and then gone, actually, I think we better stick.
Yeah.
And not increase it, because it was due to be increased at the end of the month.
Right.
So they've scrapped that idea. So that's going to stay as it is, which is, I believe it's $2 per 1 million tokens in, and then 10 per million tokens out. So instead of 3 and 15, I think it should be. Not a bad saving. So
not bad saving.
Yeah. The only other bit of news really is Seedance 2.5, a new video model has been released. It looks very cool.
Okay, what can we do? What can we do on that?
So there's a lot more camera control, more like a storyboard sort of flow to how you build the video. So you can have far more control, and you also get up to 30 seconds. So, before we could only do like 5 or 10-second video clips with AI, and having any sort of control over the composition and where the camera goes is pretty tight in 10 seconds. So, with this one you get 30 seconds, but it is very costly though. I'd look at the price list on their website and I was like, ooh. So you're looking about nearly $4 per video. Which is quite a lot. But if it's something that you use or want to use in your business, then I would definitely give it a look. It looks really good, very realistic.
I guess it's quite good if someone wants to use it as an ad, because then the video is almost paying for itself if people are buying through the ad. Yes,
definitely. Yeah, that'd be a very good idea. Yeah. It'll separate you out as well, because most of the AI videos finish after 5 or 6 seconds, maybe 8.
Yeah.
So at least you can pack a bit more in.
Yeah, I think you can pack quite a lot in 30 seconds. People think it's such a short amount of time, but actually, if you think sometimes you're watching, a 30-second video on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, whatever. Sometimes that can feel really long, and people have already skipped past it. So actually 30 seconds in terms of a video, and then being able to use it for your business, even if you want it on your website. If you're paying $4 for a video to go up on your website, I don't think that's a bad price.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, because you're still paying almost $2 for an 8 to 10 second video anyway on other models. So Yeah.
That I think is costly, but I think actually
Yeah.
$4 for a 30-second video, I think actually, depending on how you're using it, I wouldn't just use it for a piece of like content, like a one and done piece of content. I would use it a bit more strategically, like I would have it on my website, or I would use it to run an ad or an explainer video that people are going to watch time and time again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay,
Awesome. So
interesting.
so
And what
that's
was the
really
name of that one, sorry?
so that was Seedance 2.5.
Seedance 2.5.
Yeah, it's by a company called Byte Plus. You should be able to get it on I guess like other platforms. So there's things like Higgsfield, and they've got loads of image and video generation models. So if you've already got an account with those guys, then that should already be on there.
Okay.
Yeah, loads of other places also do it. So yeah, you don't have to go directly to them.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all the news for the week. Really, it's been quite quiet. I had to use Claude to go off and have a look. I was like, surely I've missed something, but clearly not.
Yes, because usually we're completely inundated with updates, and we have to like hand pick actually which ones we want to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah,
But yeah, as we've known previously, in August it does go a bit quiet. So everyone's enjoying the sunshine in the northern hemisphere.
yeah, exactly. Why not?
Yeah. Okay, so this week on the podcast, we are talking about free versus paid accounts when it comes to ChatGPT and Claude. So we were asked this question, like, when do you need to stop using a free account and when do you upgrade to a paid account? So we thought we would, one, quickly go through the different options that you get for free and paid with Claude in ChatGPT, because they seem to be the most that our listeners are using.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll kind of talk in a bit more detail actually why you might want a paid account and actually why you might just want to stay with a free account, depending on how you're using it for your business, what you're using it for in your business, and all good things like that. So, Noel, do you want to start with ChatGPT and just kind of like some differences between the free and the paid version?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So I guess with ChatGPT, there are 4 levels to start off with. So obviously the free one is the first level, and then there's 3 paid tiers thereafter. But on the free account, there are quite a few big omissions, I think. So you're stuck with one model. So at the minute, that's GPT 5.6 Luna, which is like the lowest end for GPT 5.6. So yeah, you're kind of stuck at that point. There is a GPT-5 Thinking Mini that you also get access to, but again, that's a previous generation, so it won't be as smart. You can, I believe, you can use custom GPTs, you can use projects. And things like that. So there are some good pluses in it. Like the projects are always good. So you can store all of your data in a project and then have conversations with the chat model. And then, it remembers all of that context. So that could be, all of like your sales copy or, all the different courses or whatever that you've done, you could put them all in that single project. And yeah, they've got some other bits. So I guess like, they don't do research on a free account, so you're a bit limited on what you can do there, and also you get very limited image generation. So with ChatGPT, this is the only one out of the 2 that actually does any sort of media generation.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're a little restricted at that point, but yeah, most of the things are in there. You've got your Google, you'll be able to do searches on the internet. You can upload files, but it lists those as limited. So I guess they're going to be limited in size and number per chat, but they don't actually put a number on that.
It must be, I think, I assume it must be a bit like the image generator. Like you you are allowed such a small amount per day. It's like, I want to say like 2, maybe 3 images
Yes.
a day before then you've got to wait for it to reset.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
maybe,
it does
maybe
take a
that,
while.
yeah, maybe that's the same with the documents.
Yes. Yeah, I would have thought so, yeah. You do get access to plugins, so that is in there. So if you want to add in your applications, then yes, you can do that, which is quite generous, really, for a free plan. And you also get limited access to ChatGPT Work, which got released last month. So that gives you a little bit more automation when it comes to using your plugins and things like that. So, and yeah, you can automate bits like that, and you can also even use codecs. Are very limited, apparently, according to their sales page. So yeah, you'll be able to maybe code smaller apps, but you'll get through your usage like super quick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine you'd be able to create like a full software platform to host online somewhere very quickly. You would have to do it over many weeks probably with the usage. So yeah, really, I'd say, like, looking at it, I'd say OpenAI have got a very generous free account. But yeah, there are still a few bits that are missing, I think, or quite restrictive. Yeah.
Okay.
And moving on to Claude. Now, Claude is actually a lot more restrictive on their free account. So there's a lot more emissions. So you can't use Claude Code. You don't get Cowork. You don't get Claude Design. And I didn't even realize I had access to Claude Science, but I do. But you don't on a free account. So that's something new I learned for myself today. But yeah, I'm not a biologist, so yeah, it's not a chemist. So I'll skip over that one. But yeah, another big omission is you don't get access to projects within the free account.
Oh.
I thought you did, but you didn't know. There's a big X on their sales page, so you don't get access to that, which is interesting. You also don't get access to their extended research either. So when you tick the box to say, "Well, go off and look this up for me," but really go into detail, yeah, you won't get access to that either on the free account. You do get access to connectors. So you can connect in your apps, you can do web search, so that's all good. But there are specific plugins for Chrome, Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Outlook. You won't get access to those. So I'm trying to think, there's probably a way you could work around that and get it as a connector. And use it that way. But yeah, I think the ones that they list that you don't have access to, I think they're more dedicated and easier to integrate within Claude. So, but when it comes to models, you don't just get, hemmed into the lower model. You also get Sonnet. So for this one, you get Haiku, which is the lowest model, and then you get Sonnet, which is the next level up. But yeah, you don't get any access whatsoever to Opus or Fable, which are the top two. And also with Claude, so they have a thing called usage credits. So if you hit your limit, you can have the opportunity to pay some more and get the so you can finish that conversation that you were having or finish that task. But on the free account, you don't get access to that. That only comes from a paid account, which I thought was quite interesting. So yeah, you can't top up your free account, unfortunately. So those are the main pros and cons for both platforms.
So I think, like, when you're weighing up whether you're going to have a free or paid account, I think it really comes down to a few things. So it makes sense to have a free account if you're only occasionally using your LLM. So maybe it's brainstorming here and there. It's, maybe you've got a sensitive email to send and you just want some help rewording it. But I would say nothing probably daily.
No.
What would you say, Noel?
No. You could probably do very light daily work. because especially with Claude, they're really strict and they have really strict guidelines on your usage. And they do make it very clear within there as to, your usage limits and how close you are. But they roll over every, I think it's 5 or 6 hours. But yeah, you're if you hit that limit, you're locked out. Forget it. You won't get back in.
Yeah. So I think you need to be using it, like you say, in a very occasional use, unless you are comfortable when you hit that limit and waiting for them to reset. And sometimes it's 6 hours, sometimes it's 12 hours, sometimes it's 24 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, you can get locked out for a day, if you're
Yeah.
not careful.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think if maybe you want to test out a different LLM, maybe you are just using it very occasionally. It's, it's not part of your everyday business, or you are just comfortable waiting for those limits to reset. And I think paid becomes worth it when you're using it part of your workflow, whether that is part of client work or if it's research, because the free tiers will just not give you that capability, will they?
No, they are slightly restricted, especially like Claude, where you don't have that research option.
Yeah.
That's massive. Once you try that for the first time, if you've never done it before, it'll take a while. It'll take about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, I'd say. But it'll scour hundreds of different sources to get you the answer, which is brilliant. Whereas normal like web search in AI probably anywhere between, I'd say, 5 and 30 sources would probably be cited. So yeah, which isn't bad, but they're always going to be the ones at the top of the Google search. They're not going to go into the weeds, so to say, or look at like different search options. So they'll run like different queries as they go through and do the extended research. So yeah, really interesting. But I must say, I'm starting to move a little bit towards OpenAI when it comes to their free account, because I think that's actually really generous. And I think as a business owner, I think there's some bits in it you could try before you buy, which I think's pretty awesome, actually.
I can remember when I was using just the free ChatGPT version, had a free account, and I actually found it very generous in what they were giving you. The only thing is, of course, is free tiers often get deprioritized, don't they, during high traffic periods. So
yes,
it means that maybe your responses aren't consistent. You're waiting more time because obviously the paid tiers are having their chats replied to a lot faster, and
I'm
so that
I'm
there
just trying to
is
look at that
that.
now. Yeah, I'm just trying to triple check that now, because ChatGPT are actually better than Claude when it comes to those high times. But yeah, they do list actually response times could be limited on bandwidth and availability. But that also is for the next paid plan as well. So the Go plan, which is what is it currently, £7 per month, or I guess that's $8. That also has that limited bandwidth. Whereas, Claude's limited bandwidth, God blimey, that is terrible. If the chats would just fail, like they won't just sit in a queue and wait; they'll just flat fail, don't they? They're just like, no.
They will. I remember when I was first trying out Claude, because ChatGPT was annoying me so much, and I went over to Claude for a free account, and say mid-afternoon UK time, I was not able to do anything because the whole world was basically online, and it was just going no, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's so frustrating if that happens to you. So
It is,
I think actually if you are leaning towards a free account, then actually ChatGPT is a much better free account than Claude.
There's actually no usage limit when it comes to chats either on ChatGPT on the free account or any account. So like with Claude, you'll get, hampered and, told that's it, you can't touch it for a couple of hours. You don't get that problem with ChatGPT, which is quite interesting.
Oh, you used to?
You used to. No, not anymore, no. No, it's listed at the very top of their pricing page, unlimited. There is an asterisk. I'm not sure what the
because that was
asterisk
one
is.
of the reasons why I actually moved over to Claude, because I was obviously being too much of a chatty patty, and it was going, no, maybe it just needed a rest and a break from me. I don't know.
Yeah. Although it says unlimited with an asterisk, I've just scrolled down. It says usage must be reasonable and comply with our policies. I don't know what they class as reasonable. But,
no, that would be interesting to know what is reasonable.
Yeah, unlimited with a caveat.
Okay, so not unlimited.
Semi-unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. So paid obviously also becomes worth it if you want to use like Claude projects.
Yes, and well, I guess if you're looking to automate anything within your business, so you like upgrading to the Pro plan on Claude, which is what's that, £15, or I believe that's about $18 maybe. That you do then get access to Cowork. So Cowork is where you can connect all your apps, and you can set up schedules for it to go off and do stuff, whenever you need it to do it. So you could have it going off and having a look in your inbox and let you know, giving you a summary of what you need to do today before you've sat down, which is kind of handy. Having that Pro account does give you a lot of access to those sort of things. You will also get Claude Science if you're interested in that as well. Not me personally, but
Okay.
Yeah, and code as well. So if you can code little apps like within artifacts within Claude on a free account, so you do get access to artifacts. But if you need anything a little bit more, then you would need that Pro account to get Claude Code, which will do a far better job.
Yeah. I think as well, a paid account becomes worth it as well. Like if you've actually got other people that you want to use your account with. So if it's a shared workspace, anything that's centralized and people are basically working for you, you've got employees and you want them to be using the same account, you want them to have access to projects or things like that. I think that is like a no-brainer for a paid account.
Definitely, yeah, because both of these also have business plans.
Yeah.
Or teams. ChatGPT they're called business. Claude they're called teams. But I think ChatGPT have got Claude beat on that one as well. I think. I'm just reading through it now. So it's like £15 per user per month on ChatGPT, and I believe you've got to have a minimum of 2 users. Fair enough. Of course you do.
Yeah.
But actually, that's pretty good because obviously most CRMs, or other platforms that have team accounts, they'd be like, "I need you to have 5," and it's like, well, "I don't have 5 people." So that's kind of handy, and obviously, you can then share all of your stuff and things like within that team account. Centralized billing, so you're not having to pay, different times each month for each of your users' accounts.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really awesome. But there's lots of things in here. So you do get access to like GPT Work, Codex, ChatGPT, obviously. You can connect all of like the big enterprise platforms. I'd say the business plan is pretty good. Just as a comparison for the team plan on Claude, so they have again 2, but you're limited at the top end to 150 team members per team plan. Which I thought was quite interesting. But within this one, there's also standard and premium seats. So like a standard seat would be like having access to Claude Pro, and then a premium seat is equivalent to accessing Max, but at the lower end of the Max because there's 2 levels. So they're £18 and £90 per month per seat. But again, you're getting all the good stuff. You're getting your co-work, your design. You're getting all of the the enterprise apps and organizational control, and you'd be able to share things within your teams as well. So yeah, pretty awesome. I mean, they both also offer enterprise, but God knows how much that would be.
Yeah.
It's a contact sales.
Yeah, I was going to say that's quite an application, isn't it?
It very much is, yeah. But one thing I always find about these platforms, or I don't know if they've changed it recently, but I always used to find that the enterprise, they always kind of got left behind a bit. So they'd always be like, oh, we've released this new model and it's only going to be available to like Pro and Max users, and it will come to enterprise in like a month. Yeah. I was like, well, these guys are paying a lot of money.
Yeah, that always surprises me when they do that.
Yeah. They always seem to be left behind, bless them. But
yeah.
Oh well, price you pay.
Yeah. Okay, so I think then if you're using an LLM to save you like meaningful hours a week, I think the subscription pays for itself. But I think if you're using it in a very light way, I think free is a great option, especially for ChatGPT.
Yes. If you're like just getting started in this and you're maybe, you're a bit skeptical, maybe you want to try things out, then do the ChatGPT free account. Because you will get access to like ChatGPT work, so you could have a go with that, see what it's like, and then maybe go, actually, this is actually worth paying for. I'm gonna use this on a daily basis. So I think that's pretty awesome. With Claude, it's kind of like you might like the idea of co-work, but you've got no way of trying before you buy. So it's a bit of a risk.
Yeah,
I can attest it is pretty good. So if that holds any weight. Yep.
Okay. Well, if anyone's got any questions after listening to this podcast episode still about free versus paid, then of course do get in touch, hello@makeautomations.ai, or come and join our free LinkedIn group, AI Automations for Business. You don't have to be a client, you don't have to buy anything. They are completely free to join. Come and tell us what you're using AI for. Maybe what automations you've built out. We always love hearing from you guys. If you've got a question that you would like us to answer on the podcast, again, just either leave it in the LinkedIn group or you can email us. But thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. We hope you've really enjoyed it, and we will catch you next time on another episode very soon.